What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're taking a look at the very last Transformers figure of the whole month of July. We've done 2 months of Transformers month, and it's been a very fun ride, to be honest. It's been a fun just looking at all these different Transformer figures and, you know, just reviewing them and just taking a look at just building up the Transformer collection. It's been fun, but it has to end. It needs to end. And I cannot wait to do this again. Whenever I do it again, who knows, I'll get back into another Transformers review kind of review month theme going. I don't know, might not be next year. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But today, I want to take a look at our last figure, and I thought it'd be really cool to take a look at a figure that kind of means a little bit to me. This is the Studio Series Megatron, based on his appearance on Transformers, the 3D ride at Universal Studios. Basically, this is the Transformer Dark of the Moon version of Megatron. So, the whole movie of Dark of the Moon, I'm not going to go too into it, but it's an interesting one. There's a lot of problems with it, but one of my favorite aspects of that movie was Megatron. He didn't do much, I wish he did, but the design for Megatron was beautiful. I absolutely love that design for Megatron, and it just looks amazing from his alternate mode to his robot mode. Both modes are absolutely gorgeous, and I just absolutely love it. So I wanted a figure of it, and it came down to getting the very first the 2007 Transformer figure, or getting this version, which I opted for this one. I got this one used, so there will be no unboxing or anything, but it's going to be fun to take a look at this figure. What he's actually based off of is the 3D ride, which I actually was on. It's a long time ago, but that was a very fun ride for the most part that I remembered it, but it was really cool. I really did like it all the way back then. And it was really cool because at Universal Studios, which is why this design means a lot more to me than probably any other Transformer design, maybe G1, I like G1 too, but I actually got to see this design in person. Technically, I met Megatron twice, so there's that. So that was really cool. But yeah, that's basically why I love this design so much. But we're going to get into this review. I'm very excited to show you guys this design and, you know, taking a look at this figure all together. If you guys really do enjoy this video, consider subscribing, liking, maybe, who knows, maybe leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite Transformers Megatron design is. That'd be kind of cool. But without further ado, let's get on to the review. So here we have this beautiful looking truck mode. This is probably one of the best vehicle modes I have seen. I'm just going to say that right here. This is really good. This is as good as Grinder's is, and also Brawn, because Brawn and Grinder both have probably my favorite vehicle modes, and I think that this one definitely takes the top. I'm trying to get this little cat hair out of the way, but they definitely take the top for like my favorite vehicle modes, and Barricade has his as well. But so far with these Studio Series movie figures, they do a pretty decent job on their vehicle modes, and I think that this Megatron has one of my favorites because I just absolutely love the way this thing looks. The level of detailing on this figure is mind-blowing to look at. Like, it's just fantastic looking. I also just love that it's a semi-truck, same as Optimus. It's just kind of like that reverse, you know, you know, that reverse type of deal, you know, the good and the bad. It's so cool looking. I just absolutely love this thing. Here's the instructions. The instructions are basically the same. They're just all kind of fold out and stuff like that. But this vehicle mode just looks absolutely beautiful. From all angles, this thing looks awesome. The kibble doesn't really show too much at the bottom because most of the kibble is actually at the back here, and it's very hollow back here. The only thing that you can put is the shotgun, which I do appreciate that little bit of storage. but it just looks fantastic all the way around, and it does roll. One of the problems with the original, because there are two different versions of this figure. There's this one, of course. This one's based off of the Transformers ride, and the other one is based off the actual movie Dark of the Moon. The differences is the color. The main color for Megatron from the movie is the only thing that I could really compare it with is a tea green, is what Google pretty much had. That was kind of like the closest reference that I got to it, but it's kind of there. But that kind of color of green mixed with the rust brown kind of in the crevices and stuff, and also, you know, the little bit of metal just showing and stuff to make it look like a rusty old truck, which is pretty cool. I really do like the color scheme for that version. And the original Dark of the Moon Studio Series version pretty much tried to emulate that, but it was more of a very light gray with brown splotches. That's kind of like the vibe that I kind of got from that. As with this one's just like dark grays with a little bit of light grays and some of that gunmetal in there, which honestly, I kind of prefer this color a little bit more. I definitely would like to try my hand at, like, you know, getting some details in there, maybe adding some of that green and some of the brown, you know, just kind of rust it up a little bit. But, you know, I would not mind doing that. There are some other differences between the original version and this version. This one has a very lack of accessories. This one only has the chain, which is right here at the back, and the shotgun, which the other one has the chain, the shotgun, the cloth that you can put on him, and Igor. I think that's what his name is. I don't know who the fuck Igor is, but he's there. I think it's the one that licked Abraham Lincoln's head. But anyways, that's basically everything that we got there. Those are kind of just the key differences and stuff. The things that I really like about this thing is I really like the look. The look of it is fantastic. It looks like an evil version of kind of Optimus, you know, almost like that Sentinel, or not that Sentinel, that Nemesis Prime type deal. You know, the darker colors. It's a semi-truck, but it just looks more evil. So that's kind of the vibes I get from that. The feel of it, I absolutely love the feel of it. This thing pretty much stays together very nicely. Everything stays intact. There's nothing that feels like it's gonna fall out. It's beautiful. It's very, very nice. The paint job, I really do like the paint job. I mean, I will change it myself, but overall, I love this paint job, and the kibble is brought down to a pretty much bare minimum. Like, even on if you look at it from this angle, it looks fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. But the things that I really don't like is the chain. The chain just looks very odd. We'll be taking a closer look at it in robot mode, but I don't know. I just don't really care for the chain. It just looks like, I don't know, just rubber wire. That's basically what it looks like. I would like to maybe add a real chain to that. I think that'd be kind of cool. And also these kind of rubber pieces here. I don't really know why they made it very rubbery, because that's like overly rubbery for me, but I don't know. Maybe in the actual robot mode, there's a significance to doing that. There's also the part where it's just less easy to break, but I would have just kind of preferred a harder plastic, you know, maybe like something like this. No, that's like the same thing. I don't know. I would have just preferred something a little bit, you know, harder and stuff. But the truck mode does look cool. This is based off a Mack Granite 2006 military truck. I hope I said all of that right, but that's basically what this is based off of. I believe there is a museum out there that actually houses this truck, but in the movie, I love the design for it, and it pretty much is accurate to what we see right here. So that's really, really cool. I want to show a couple little size comparisons, just a little bit. First of all, I want to show the OP01 Optimus Prime figure that I did review on the channel, and that's basically what he looks like here next to him. And I really do like the way these two look together. Again, it just looks like an evil version of Optimus, and I just absolutely love that they gave Megatron a semi-truck mode. I don't know why I love that so much. It's just really cool. But they both look pretty dope together, and I really do like that. Another figure that I'd like to add is Brawn, based off, you know, the was it Dark of the Moon? I don't, this figure never really showed up anywhere. We did like have like a 5-second shot in the background, but he looks really cool. I really do like that. And of course I have an image of all of the Decepticons together, and that's basically what their sizes look like. So without further ado, that is basically all I have to say about the robot mode. I get the wheels move, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's really nice, really do like it. So yeah, that's basically all I gotta say for this mode. Let's get right on to the robot mode. Here is the robot mode in all of its glory, and I have to say, this is fantastic looking. This is the coolest looking Megatron that I have seen, right next to the concept art. Like, these two Megatrons look fantastic. I absolutely love this entire sculpt for this figure. I love the paint job. I actually really do love the paint job. For a couple like spots, just using the shotgun here. I love the silver metal color that they used all around the face, and I love the hint of white. We'll be taking a look at the face a little bit more in a minute, but I just want to just take in this entire presence of this figure. It's so cool. Yes, there is a lot of kibble on this thing, notably on the sides of the shoulder here, this right here, this whole back plate here, and the feet do look a little messy, but honestly, it still looks really awesome. My main issue with this figure, and it's kind of sad to say, is the robot mode connecting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the truck mode doesn't really fit in well. These flaps, way too easy to pop off. Like, that's already just like loose as fuck. You have this whole part that just kind of like, you know, that can easily slide off. There's no tab for this part. So it's not really the strongest connection when it comes to these parts, especially in the feet area. I really wish the tabs were a lot stronger. That is my main issue with this figure. And sadly, I don't believe this will be getting the 5 points that I really want to give it. But it's still an amazing figure. It's still going to be really high on the list because of how cool it is. But yeah, overall, the feel and just everything not tabbing together really just kind of sucks. He still feels solid, but there's just these little stupid parts that just like get annoying, you know, especially, you know, if you're like a kid and you're playing with this thing. It's gonna be kind of frustrating to kind of always tab these pieces back in, and you know, you're like fighting and stuff or something, and then this part like kind of flops out everywhere, and it's like, okay, that's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? It's just one of those kind of annoying little nitpicks that I really don't care for. But other than that, I think this mode is great. If the tabs really did click in all the way, I would have loved this thing to death. So that really does suck. But other than that, that's basically all the bad things that I have to say about this figure. Maybe standing as well. You really do have to have these joints at the legs kind of at a certain angle. You pretty much just gotta click them in place, and then it can make them stand pretty well. But it takes a little finessing, but it's not too bad. I really do love this mode altogether. It looks amazing, and that's pretty much all I'm asking for, is that it looks amazing and that it does stay in one piece without, you know, it exploding, you know, in front of me. But this looks awesome, so I want to take a look at this head sculpt real quick. This head sculpt looks fantastic. It looks menacing. Like, this is an amazing looking head sculpt, so I really want to get into this thing. This looks awesome. Look how they painted the eyes. I think the eyes look really nice. I don't want that brightness all the way up. There we go. I love the way they did that. It looks amazing. I really do like it. It does need a little bit of a, I would say, a better paint job. But I really do like it overall, and I like how they did the eyes. Look at that little detail in the eyes. We kind of just see that there. They actually made pupils, and that's really cool. I'm pretty sure some of the other Transformers figures do have pupils, but these are the only ones that I've seen that are kind of visible, you know? But it looks awesome. I really do like just all the mechanical bits. He does have this kind of red streak over his his head right there, which I would like to repaint because I feel like that could have been done a little bit better. But it does look really cool overall, and I love the uses of the grays and the that silver. Oh, I love that silver paint. It makes it look so cool. And I love that hint of yellow at the teeth as well. I think that's a pretty nice touch. Really do like it. Does look a little splotchy, but I mean, it looks fine. I still really do like it. Coming down to the waist, you can see that this whole chain part, it's still just, it really doesn't look like a chain to me. It just looks like it's just kind of, you know, rubber. That's basically all I see with this thing. Again, I would love to get an actual chain to like wrap around his waist to make it look better, but until then, this is not bad. I really do like it. You can take it off. You pretty much just gotta like untab these little 4 parts here. But if you do that, he does have these 2 little small holes here, right at the chest here, and also some right there where the wires do go in. So it's kind of ugly, I guess, but it's nothing crazy. I do prefer to have these strapped right in, just because it makes it feel a little bit more complete with them on. So I really do like that. The whole waist is very nice. I really wish that this little tab came in, but when you kind of connect it all together, it's fine, because this part does kind of pop out a little easy, but everything kind of fits together nicely and it stays tightly, I guess, that it really doesn't matter if that part comes out or not. You're not going to notice it, but it does look really cool. I really do like everything else. I like the arms. I like the hands. The hands are really nice. I like these little, you know, these little crab arms that he's got going on down here. I like the legs and the feet. Honestly, I really do like how the feet look. They're nice and big. If they tab together better, I would have loved them even more, but I feel like the big legs just make it a little bit more easy for him to, you know, to be placed down. So I think I like that a lot. I'm gonna put him to the side because he does have one accessory, and that is his shotgun, which is very cool. I like the detailing. The paint could have been a little better, but again, that's something that I can do myself. I kind of like this side a little bit more, even though this is supposed to be the back. I just kind of like this whole little spot here. Makes it look a little bit more fuller, but you can have him hold this specifically for this hand, because this hand has the actual hole where you can put the actual shotgun handle in, and you just slide that in there, and boom, he's got his boomstick nice and ready. So that's really cool looking. You can get him into some pretty cool poses with that. And if you don't really want him holding it, he has a spot on the back. He's got a little tab right here, and there's a little hole right here at the top, and you pretty much just tab this part right into here, and boom, his shotgun is now attached to his back, which I think that is very, very cool, and it's really nice. He does have some posability, so you can probably have him into that pose where you can have him almost grabbing the shotgun like he does in the film. I think that looks awesome. I really do wish he did come with the cloth, but I think I can make my own. So honestly, any other little accessory I could make myself, except for Igor. I'm not making Igor. Why would I make him? But for posability, he does have quite a bit. So he does have a swivel at the head that can look up that far and down that far. I love that it can look up really far. I think that's really, really cool. He does have a arm movement that can go out that far. He's got a nice rotation, and he also does have a little bit of a butterfly joint, which I do like. He has a swivel at the kind of elbow. He has a nice bend. It's like a single bend, but it really bends very far, so that is very nice. And again, you saw it on the other side too, and there's that little thing coming out again. That sucks, but I really do like the hinge joint at the hand here. Let's get a little bit of a closer look there. There we go. Hinge joint at the hand right here, but it also can split into two. So boom, there's something you can do there. There's also a tiny little tab right there that maybe you could put something there. Maybe the other version had something that I don't know about. I don't know, but it just feels like you can actually put something there, which is nice. There's no waist movement. That kind of sucks, but whatever. And he does have a nice spread at the legs. His can kick out about that far, nothing too crazy, and he can't go back really any. He does have a swivel at kind of the thigh and also a swivel down here. And he has very nice ratchets, and it can go back that far. There's also another one right here that can go back that far, and it just sounds very nice. And again, I kind of probably have to like redo it again because I really do need to keep that to where it doesn't fall apart. And these little kneecaps here actually on little hinge joints, so I think that's really cool. He's got really no movement at the legs. I mean, this did count as something, and that as well. So I guess that's some foot articulation. And he also does have some toe articulation that can pretty much pivot like that. But I don't know. It's just, I feel like that you really do have to like kind of maneuver it the way you want. But you can probably get him in some poses. I think that waist movement doesn't really hinder anything at all. You can still get him into these really nice menacing poses. That's actually badass. I love the way that looks. If we take the shotgun down, we put that in his little hand here. Put that in his little hand right there. Have it kind of tilted. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. I still might give this a 5 out of 5 because this is awesome. It's so cool looking. Like, this mode is fantastic. I just adore this version of Megatron so much that I really can't hate it. But here he is next to Optimus Prime, the OP01 Optimus Prime. I think that looks pretty dope. Here he is next to Brawn. Standing up Brawn was kind of a hassle, so I kind of just have him leaning against the wall, but he's very small compared to Megatron here. Here he is next to our kind of leaning barricade. Here he is next to Starscream, which Starscream really is up there. I feel like since he's leaning a little bit, it makes him a little shorter, but I think that this one still just looks menacing compared to Starscream. And here he is next to Grinder, which I'm honestly kind of surprised that they're pretty much almost the same height. I don't know why. I just kind of expected Grinder to be, bigger. But I love the size of this Megatron. It looks so good. And here are the two Megatrons from two different universes together in the same shot. This looks amazing. I absolutely love the way these two look together. It's just so cool. This Megatron is definitely way more menacing. This one also looks menacing still in its own way. They just look awesome together. Like, this is a good little setup. And since we're taking a look at Megatrons, here is the Megatron from Beast Wars. And he's actually pretty tall. I actually really do like the scaling. It's pretty nice. So in terms of everything about this figure and taking a look at the scoring, I think that the sculpt work for both the robot mode and the vehicle mode are fantastic. I absolutely love the way these two modes look. Even though this one does have some kibble on the side and at the feet, I still absolutely love the way this looks. The transformation process was kind of challenging at first, and sometimes I still got to go back to the instructions just a little bit, but it's still very satisfying. And once you get it into that truck mode, it's like, it feels really good that you did that. And even for this robot mode, it still feels nice. Not as much as the truck mode, since these pieces don't really connect together as much as I would want, but it still is awesome. The feel of both modes, for the truck mode, it feels amazing. There's no loose pieces. It looks awesome. For this, alternate mode, it's a little difficult. Some parts can get annoying, but honestly, I feel like these little flaps I can really get by, and I feel like the feet don't really bother me as much either. That's probably just me making excuses, but I still really love the way this figure feels, even with the kind of loose bits, because I love the way he does feel like he's put together. It's just when you kind of move him around and stuff is where the problem kind of comes. But I don't know, I still really do like the way it is, so I think I'm gonna give that a pretty decent score. For alternate mode, again, truck mode is beautiful. Love the way it looks. So overall, what is my final scoring for this figure? I gave Starscream a 5, and that was our first 5 out of 5 figure for this whole 2 months of Transformers. So what am I giving this Megatron? Honestly, I think that I might give it a 5 out of 5 as well. Not just because, you know, I love this figure so much, but I absolutely just adore the toy itself. Like, it's such a fun toy. I did say that, you know, it could be a little frustrating for like a kid, but I don't know. For me, I don't know if I would get as frustrated with, you know, the mode and stuff. I feel like it would still be a lot of fun. I would probably use it as battle damage, you know, having this part kind of like flopping around, make it look like he was shot or something. I think that's still really nice. I think that's fine with me. It might not be for everybody with the mode kind of, you know, being a little just loosey-goose, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So this mode, this figure has been so much fun. I absolutely love it. I think maybe giving this guy maybe a waist swivel might have upped up something, but overall, I really do love this mode. It's so cool. Again, the tabs don't really connect together, but I don't mind that as much. I still think this is a fun mode. But yeah, other than that, I really don't know what else to say. This is just a really cool Transformer figure. This is something that I would have absolutely died for as a kid. And I'm so happy to have this in the collection. So it brings me back to like that huge nostalgic, you know, feeling. And it also just, you know, it's still really cool. I absolutely love it. He might be probably one of my favorite Studio series. I don't know why. He's just awesome. There's some other Studio series that I have that are just fun to mess with, but this one just looks amazing, and he is fun. He is fun to mess around with, and, you know, just have him bash some Autobots in. So yeah, that is pretty much everything about this figure. And that, my friends, was the entire video. This was a fun video to make. I actually enjoyed this video so much that yeah, it was just a fun one. But I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Remember, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff if you want to. I don't really care. But that was it. That was the Transformers Megatron figure. It's added to the collection now, so I'm very happy. But love you guys. I love your show. I will see you guys in the next video. And for next month, we're taking a look at another figure. And our other figure we are taking a look at is old Billy Butcher himself. It's gonna be so cool to take a look at this figure. But yeah, we might be taking a look at some boys figures. 3 of them probably for next month. So that's gonna be fun. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys there.